What's up? It is the end-ish of NTI. We have 2 weeks left, and I am now assigning you your final projects. So here's what you have to do for the remainder of NTI. First, you have to finish All Rights Reserved. There are the Section 6 summaries for each chapter. I simply want you to summarize what happens, briefly explain your reaction to each chapter. Some crazy things happen, and then at the very end of this, you are going to then tell me what is the main theme that we should take away from this novel, and why do you think that? So, why did I have you read this book, guys? When you finish that, you have a wonderful FLIPGRID Section 6 discussion. You're going to notice I did not ask you to create questions for it this time because it's the end of the book. That's fine. My questions, your questions will be answered in your final projects. For this video, I want you to, 1, discuss your thoughts about the conclusion of the book. The book is over. You should have read it all. I want to know, again, what lessons you've taken away from this book, whether those be about wealth, language, protest, any of those universal ideas that we've been discussing this entire time, and why do you think that I wanted you to read this novel? I kind of asked you something similar when it came to 1984, but I want to know what you think. Now, finally, what I'm going to have you do for your final project is make some choices. The first thing you're going to do is go to this document that I've attached for you on Google Classroom, and you're going to see that you must complete 2 assignments, and you have until the very end of the year for this, and that is May 27th. So first, we're going to choose one of the top 3 assignments in the top box, and then you're going to choose one of the bottom 3 assignments in the bottom box to complete. You can do well done extra ones if you want extra credit, if you've been slacking or you really need to raise that grade. But here we go. When you decide which 2 you want to do after reading through all these, and I'm going to show you them here in a second, I want you to type your choice numbers here. That's going to give me an idea of where I need to look for your assignments. Okay, so your very first choice is a thematic analysis. I'm asking you to explain what you believe is the main theme of the novel and support that with how he uses different elements of the book, whether that's characters, symbolism, setting, conflict, to convey this theme to us. I've given you an outline down here for your introduction, your body, and your conclusion about what needs to be included. Okay, your second option is a protest research slideshow. That is a slideshow that I've attached a link right here with a very basic template. You would need to enhance that quite a bit. You need to show me that you've done some research on 3 different protests in the history of the United States. You will include pictures and its purpose, the methods of protest, the effect the protests had on society. You're going to compare those protests with the protests in All Rights Reserved, and you need to make this slideshow look nice. Please keep in mind that you do need to cite all of your sources for this. Without cited sources, it becomes plagiarism, and I need to make sure that you're putting things in your own words and not copying what other people say. And your third option is the value of language FLIPGRID video. This is more like an auditory oral essay. So you're going to explain what value you believe language has in our society. You're going to give me some reasons, and you're going to support those with evidence from your life and the world, and you're going to try to make connections to the book too. All 3 of the first assignments require you to connect to the novel, and that's going to show me that you've read. All of the evidence should be varied throughout the novel. It shouldn't be at the beginning. It shouldn't be at the very end. Cool. Now, the second assignment you choose is kind of a little more fun, creative. So I want you to choose one of the following 3 assignments. You can do Count Your Words, which is where you will respond to the 10 questions I have listed here using exactly, for all 10 questions total, 618 words. You're going to need to choose how you ration your words. Some questions you may answer in much more depth, so you're going to have to cut some of the other answers short. Some of the questions are pretty serious. Some of them are relatively silly. So after you have done that, you will select your response just like I've done here and highlight it. You'll click Tools at the top and Word Count. When you see how many words you have, you'll just write that number in the box next to your response. Remember, 618 words total. That means you cannot go above and you cannot go below 618 words. Fantastic. When you have finished with your 618 words, you do have a reflection question. What challenges did you face being required to limit or expand your word choice? And how might this limit our creativity or our thoughtfulness if we were really required to do this every day, like the characters in our novel? Your second option is the ransom note response. You've got a prompt. It is a very basic prompt. Why is language important to our lives? What power do they have over others? Your requirements, though, are to find some magazines. So if you don't have magazines or glue, this may not be the ideal assignment for you. You can use tape. But using only words and letters you have cut from books or magazines or any other thing like that, you are going to respond to the prompt above. You can cut up individual letters like the example you see down here, or you can cut out an entire word. The only thing that you can write on this paper is your punctuation, commas, periods, exclamation points, quotation marks, whatever. You need to have 6 complete sentences responding to the prompt above. And at the very bottom, I need your first and last name in the same style here. Okay? And finally, your third option is the all rights reserved one-pager. Sometimes we like to do one-pagers and skimp on them. I will be grading this as a final project, so you need to make sure that you do everything exactly as it is listed below. You are going to not only do a one-pager with quotes and visuals that are in color, but you are going to explain them in the 1 to 2 sentences each as well. So the border around your one-pager, I have the template down here for you, should include universal ideas or themes from the novel. Up in the top left area, you are going to put the most important symbol of the novel and quote explaining its importance. Now, there are a lot of things you could include here, whether that's a book, a cuff, the iChit, you could include a dropter, a food printer, you could include the dome, any of those things, but you have to have a quote explaining why that symbol is important from the novel. Up in the top right area, you are going to include an important character and a quote showing a lesson or realization that they learned. So this would probably be anywhere from the middle to the end of the book. In the bottom left area here, you are going to create a visual that represents the tone that you think the novel has, and then words that help create that tone. Those words should come throughout the entire book, shouldn't just be one word. And in the bottom right, you are going to do a visual connection to our world, but a quote from the novel that helps to show that connection. Okay? And then in this very center, you are going to write the novel title, the author's name, and the most important quote that you think is from the novel. Now, it's really important that you choose quotes from all over the book. If you only choose the beginning or the end, I'm going to know that you didn't really have the bulk of the book in your head. Okay? And then on another sheet of paper or a doc, a couple sentences each, I want you to explain why you chose the things you chose in each of your boxes. Cool. So you have until May 27th to do these things. I'll be on Google Meet every day from 3 to 4, 4 to 5. If you need to talk to me, you can hit me up on Remind, you can email me, whatever. Anything you need, I'm here to help you because, hey, this is a pretty big deal. At the end of these assignments is a rubric letting you know how I'm going to be grading you. If you plagiarize, or if your work seems to be copied and pasted from somewhere or someone else, you'll be given an incomplete on these assignments, and this is a mastery grade. So I would really like you to put some thought into it. That's why you have such a long amount of time to work on these things. Okay? So questions, comments, concerns, hit me up. I'm here to help you. I really miss you guys. I hope that you're all doing well. And I really look forward to seeing you either in Google Meet or next school year. Okay, that's it. Stay beautiful, guys.